So I'm back out in my favorite test area and got the DR10, made a few changes. I had a crack in my chassis, which you may have seen in a previous video. I've replaced the chassis and I did a lot of weighing, which I should have done before I installed it, but I had I can't remember their name now, the aluminum parts, Integy, I believe it was, where I had the swing arms, bottom support, the top brace, the D mount and the C mount, and I found out that these things weigh about twice as much as stock parts. And I was putting my car into a diet, trying to reduce weight, so I had seen somebody else had removed the front bumper. Turned out to be a mistake, because out on my street I ended up hitting the tire, so there was nothing to absorb the hit, and it just broke the front shock tower. So I ordered a new front shock tower. It still has not arrived. I actually went and bought another kit, another DR10 team car, because I'm going to race this one 13.5, and if I want to get into the no prep, I don't want to be switching the car around. I want to have a whole new separate car. So this is box stock with the exception of the DRC sway bar, and these aluminum mounts here I picked up on eBay, and then the motor plate. I switched the motor plate to a lighter weight one. So these mounts that support the body mount and the motor guard, I kept the DRC motor guard on here just because it's metal and I want the extra strength there. So right now, ready to run without the GNSS and the body with the full-size pack. This weighs 2,070 grams, and my limit is 2,060. So as it is, we're right there where we want to be. So I'm going to do some hits here. I'm running the Hoosier softs in the rear. I don't remember if these are soft or the mediums in the front. And I've got a 84-25 pinion right now. I think it's running a little hot with that, but I want to try and get the speed. So anyways, let's set up, do some test hits. Not too bad. 3.2 at 40. One other thing you may have noticed, I put my body pins on a tether because I hate looking around on the ground to try and find a body pin, and this is just for test. Makes it coming off real easy. So yeah, check the data, see what we did here. Motor is warm but not hot. ESC is warm but not hot. One other change I did make is I took the limiters out of the front because I wanted the front to actually have full travel extending. Still have the limiters to go down because I don't want it bottoming out. But when the body tries to lift under acceleration, I want the wheels to stay planted, and they were only going to about there. Whereas now I've got that full movement. So let's switch up the batteries, make a couple other hits. One other thing I will need to do is I will need to add a weight in order to stay within the spec with the shorty batteries, because they're so much lighter. I thought I had marked them. Yeah, but they're like almost 100 grams lighter than the full-size pack. So this is 90 grams, and I just strap it underneath the strap on top of the battery. One other change I need to do when I switch to the shorty pack is this foam retainer needs to be a little bit different. So rather than make another one to put in there, I just bought some foam and cut one to the full size. So now the battery will fit in there properly. Just like that. Yeah, so as you can see there, I've got the piece of lead underneath the battery strap. I just use one strap. I mean, it's retained on all four sides. You're just keeping it from coming up, and as long as you're holding it down, it'll be fine. So with this, the shorty battery, and the 38 grams that the GNSS is, I'm at like 2068. .25 at 39. Fresh shorty pack. Run 1. Nice and straight. So there's my favorite sticker. I love that. I have two more. I'm going to put them somewhere. So I figured out why my body seemed to be raised up here on the side. I got a big kink right here in the fender, and another one along the door here, and that's obviously pushing this front end up. So this is my Thrasher test body anyways. As you can see, it's been through hell. So go back home, download some data, and see where we're at. So one of the things I like about the RS Pro is that you can download your data. I don't know how many other ESCs do this, but taking a look at these, it shows where your throttle is, the RPMs, the temperature of your motor, where your voltage is. So it's a nice tool. And you can see that my RPMs are climbing to a peak and starting to level off, so I don't think there's much more left in that 13.5. Here you can see I pedaled once. I forget what kind of a run that was. Anyways, thanks for watching.